make I update to na city hot. But ADS, knock them the update. Presidential campaign ahead of the 2023 general election don't become serious competition. The happening presidential candidates now monitor each other to know the next line of action to take, so them go fit remain relevant before the electorate. This is our discussion today. My name is ADS. Now, before we enter this discussion, your number one gist master is +1 today. So, wish me happy birthday in the comment section. Make we start this discussion with this video. On your watch.
Look at COVID-19, not for sale.
Wait, not check. So can somebody
Not for sale. Not for sale. Imagine. Just
video.
Refuse to give support to the protesters must go down.
That's now COVID-19 relief materials taken away by Sapa Nigerians from a warehouse in 2020. These items were donated and shared to all the 36 states in the country, including the FCT, so it can get to the Sapacious Nigerians as relief materials to help cool off the effects of COVID-19 pandemic. But they were locked up by greedy politicians for their own selfish interest. Many of them keep the materials to rebrand and use as campaign materials during elections. Now might they say the materials donated get expiring dates too. Hunger the fire Nigerians and relief materials were locked up in warehouses all over the country. Now, with the introduction of a major force in the coming presidential election, plenty things don't change. The campaign is gradually shifting towards discussing the issues and relating with the sufferings of the people. Not be to just share one loaf of bread and 2 cups of rice to Sapacious Nigerians. You know if you run them again like that to come buy vote. Hunger, in fact, hunger did the land. So there is nothing a loaf of bread or 2 cups of rice can do for a Sapacious Nigerians. We are beginning to wake up small. Thank God for that. Last week, one of the major presidential candidates do something when nobody don't ever do in our electioneering process. It never ever happen. When I wonder to be that, Abi, or you watch this video.
As you can see today, flood is ravaging the entire country, and people are dying. People are being displaced. I personally stopped and told my people, no more campaign until we are able to visit some of the sites. At least sympathize with those who are going through problems. And I came to take his permission to ask him that I want to visit some of the sites in Benue, as I'm going to do in 1 or 2 other states. I'm also calling other presidential candidates to stop. Let's see what we can do. If we can buy our funds for millions of naira, we should have some little things to go now that people are suffering.
Mr. Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate, called off his campaign and urged the other candidates to do same and join him in sympathizing with the communities being ravaged by flood across Nigeria. We never hear this kind of thing before. Say a presidential candidate call off in campaign because he wants to sympathize with the Niger people. Una don't hear am before. We never hear am before. Many people go talk say, na campaign strategy. But the truth be say, we never see this kind of strategy before. Na truth be that. I been seeing one interesting video wey concern this flood, wey don collect many people life, destroy properties worth millions of naira, and displaced many. Please, you want to see that video, Abi? Help me watch am.
Stories I've been seeing on social media, I just laugh because they're misleading. Lagos Dam releases the flood, its contribution to flood in this country is only 1%. Sometimes they release water without notice, and when they do that, it has impact on communities downstream. But it is not the main reason why we have flood in this country. 80% of the flows in this country is water that we are blessed with from God from the sky. This year's flood, I can assure you, we cannot blame it on Cameroon.
That's now Minister of Water Resources, Suleiman Adamu, defending the cause of flood as against waiting the trend on top social media. He own work now to defend waiting Nigerians they talk on social media concerning this flood. We heard him clearly saying that the flood is as a result of the blessings of rainfall from God. Politicians. If they're concerned about defending the belief on top social media, say they open Cameroon wait dam, water from nowhere enter Nigeria, instead of finding the way forward to stop this kind of situation. Only in Nigeria. The last time I've been checked, the holy book where all of us they read talk and say the blessings of God makes one rich and has no sorrow. So according to our minister, now the blessing of rainfall, now in they keep people. Blessing where come from God. The government suppose they responsive to all of this matter where they collect people life and properties anyhow. Now the main things be that they go leave them, they pursue rats. As Peter Obi passing campaign schedules, him immediately begin to visit the camps where the internally displaced people affected by the flood dey. Him go to show empathy, and also to give them money for relief materials. Take a look at this video.
People in this condition are still
Because if you read the history of what is causing this flood, you know that it is something that the federal government of Nigeria should have been solved by now. Yes. Because this is not sudden, it's not something that is not foreseen or anything. I would say it's something that we have full knowledge that is going to happen, and something would have been done to mitigate this damage.
As Peter Obi they run this matter, other presidential candidates come enter the challenge to lend their voice and money to this flooding issue. But them not announce them they suspend their campaigns. See as PDP take respond. Watch.
There's no doubt that it is massive. The flood is massive. We may not be able to assess fully now the extent of destruction, but obviously it's massive. This is the 7th camp that we have visited since yesterday, 3 yesterday and 4 today. And we have 4 other established camps. And beyond that, there are so many community camps that are being managed in the various communities. So it's a very, very extensive flood and a lot of displacement of people. At least from the preliminary information I have, there is a need for regular desilting of the Niger River and the Benue River. It's very important. There's also the need to build our own holding dam here where water can be reused, and that's not going to be a state government function, it's a function of the federal government because of the type of dam that has to be built across a river that is classified as a river of navigation.
That was Ifeanyi Okowa, the governor of Delta State and the running mate to the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, recommending a solution to flooding. Him said the only solution na to build dams to hold water, which no be the responsibility of the state government. Why? Because the money wey dey involved e too plenty. So state government no fit run am. Na federal government go fit run such a project. Wetin una think say the All Progressive Congress APC do as e take concern this flood matter? Una wan know abi? Oya make una hear from Emiloko. Watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot an important line that I've even briefed the governor before I left. The similarity of Kano and Lagos is really genuine brotherhood. And I've seen the flood devastation which you have gone through. We have to raise each other's arm, help each other survive, and be a good Samaritan to one another. For the victim of the flood that devastated Kano, I am giving you 100 million to solve that problem. Part of the solution. And the money is with him. I brought it and I deposited with him.
That's not the presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He donated 100 million naira to the people of Kano State in the name of flooding. I don't know, say flooding they catch Kano State too. Then get water for that side. It be like, I don't know, an question I ask. Him give them the money to assist those affected by flood in Kano State. The money given to the state government to reach out to the victims. Hey, we hope say that money, that 100 million, no go be another case of hidden palliatives. We hope so. To wrap this discussion, in case you don't swear say, you no go ever get anything to do with Niger politics, we also involve voting on election day. A lawyer and political activist, Dele Farotimi, don't talk something where you suppose hear. Oh yeah, watch.
2019, 27-point-something million voted out of a voting population of, I believe, 81 million. That meant that only a third voted in that election. When such low numbers participate in the process, it becomes easy to manipulate. It also becomes easy to buy votes. It also becomes easy. I'm told that in this particular neighborhood in 2019, people were prevented from voting. That was because people were not particularly engaged. If sufficient numbers of you were engaged in the process, they will be too scared to come. How many talks do they have? We are more than them. But we can only discover our numbers when we stand, thank you, when we stand our watch. I will stand my watch. If you think you are too big for politics. MC Oluomo will be your next governor. Mushroom picking will govern your state if you continue to exclude yourselves. So I beg you, those of you who have an estranged relationship with your PVC, go and make up with your PVC. Stop the quarrel. Speak to those in your circle. Let them understand the importance of 2023. It doesn't mean that every Nigerian problem will be cured, but at least we can begin the journey to sanity.
Bad people rule over good people because the good people have refused to vote during election or election time. MC Oluomo becoming the governor of Lagos State, now very good example to drive home his point. Get involved this time. Make sure you vote. A whole lot depends on your vote. You know how we do it. I'll see you again. Oh yeah, wait. You don't collect updates, you want run away, Abi? Well, Biko, subscribe. Enjoy. Biko, da Allah, subscribe.